talk a little bit about the emotional body. The emotional body is all part of your past, your present, and even your future emotional experiences. It is that aspect that houses emotions such as anger, sadness, fear, hurt, guilt, resentment, jealousy, shame, and so on. Whenever we have an experience, it generates feelings that are associated with the past similar experiences. And we develop a label to identify the emotions within ourselves. Emotions and memories are categorized and stored, and they influence how we respond to lessons at that particular moment in life. As information and energy flow down from the mental body into the emotional body, it can bump into stored baggage from the past and create some turbulence. Good word. Stored baggage can come from the past, past fears, which can project into the future and cause anxiety, or it can come from experiences, a lot of anger or resentment towards someone, which can cause irritation or resentment later in life, when the same thing happens with a different person. You may even develop a belief that all people are this way. Not a good attitude, but sometimes that's all we can do is live in this world of memories of the emotions and regurgitate them all the time. When there's excessive baggage, thoughts from the mental that negative emotions can harm the body, and health is linked to overall physical well-being. Therefore, this is important. It is imperative to develop spiritual intelligence and to adopt practices to have a more positive outlook on life, both mentally and emotionally. When our personality is more optimistic, our emotional state will be more positive. And when our emotional state are more positive and are feeling good, our physical bodies will become healthier. That is really an important part of understanding this whole process that I'm talking about in this vlog. We need to develop spiritual intelligence. We need to get the personality to move to the soul attributes and get the soul to have more influence on our day-to-day life. That is an important aspect of what I want to get across in this particular vlog. Of course, when we talk about the physical body, it's merely a reflection and sum total of all the aspects of who we are manifesting in shining good health or disease. It is a barometer that indicates how things are going in all areas, and it also provides the information for complex interactions of muscles and bones and connective tissues and vital tissues and organs that carry us through life. Of course, exercise and healthy eating are what come to mind when most of us think about physical health. Your choice of light exercise and diet aren't the most important thing, quite honestly. You need to consider when striving for good health and life. It's important to place less emphasis on what you are eating, assuming you just know what is a reasonably healthy diet, in your interpretation of a healthy diet. Don't follow somebody else's. You know when your gut doesn't feel good. So, and also eat the minimum of a variety and have diversity in your, whether you are a vegan or a carnivore, it does not matter, as long as you are focusing on fresh, healthy food. While you may not immediately recognize chronic stress, because chronic stress takes a tremendous toll on the physical body. Stress occurs when our spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical needs are not open. The channel is not open, and it's not balanced, and therefore the spiritual energy is not communicating and all the way down. As you know, stress is just a survival mechanism for the physical body. It is hardwired into our DNA. It is our psychology. It is how psychology prepares to respond to potentially life-threatening events. But you know this, just don't know where it all comes from and why it comes from. When this stress response is repeatedly triggered, it weakens the immune system and drastically lessens the opportunity to connect with the soul energy, which is a direct link in itself to divine energies without passing through the material cosmic universe. Our physical body is our foundation in this life. It's our vehicle in this life. It is what everything else is built upon. It is the host to our soul, which in itself is on a journey. Our soul needs to be brought into self-healing exercises, not only for your physical health, okay, but for your total health. And we'll talk that again at a future time, you know, what total health is actually meaning. Taking time to tend to yourself by doing a daily meditative contemplation will open those energies, and the information channels will then allow it to be flowing freely. With these open, clear connections will equate to active energy flow through all the layers of our being, okay, which creates a spiritual connection, mentally stimulates an emotionally centered, vibrant life. It is so important, okay? It is the most important thing I've ever spoken about historically, when I was talking about my painful legs and my diabetes and the masses of other diseases that have influenced my life, mostly in a lot of pain. We are all seeking more happiness, connection, joy, health, and fulfillment. Finding time to contemplate regularly will help to cultivate more of what we are seeking. Personality is the controller of health and eternal unconditional joy. A human being has a personality, because I've been talking about it, and maybe you've never really thought about it until now, and that's good that you're thinking about it now. But did you know that the personality and soul continue with us after death? The personality is the key controller in our destination now and in the future. The personality is not controlled by worldly consciousness unless we allow it to. If we allow the psychic system to take control of our personality and we get immersed in this quagmire of psychic energy and all the negative emotions and the attachments and greed to the system that we live in. If it takes control, then literally using a historical word, you're in hell. Okay, and you're going to experience it, and you're going to feel it. If a person is not able to control his emotions and thoughts, which is his consciousness, he is within the power of those who control the entire world in this third dimension. I'm talking about people, human beings that control negatively, okay, and brainwash your mind through television and systems and education and so it goes on. Well, this human choice, what we choose will happen. Those who aspire to a soul life, nothing will stop them moving forward and connecting with the soul. And those who seek to serve the system in darkness, well, they will move backwards and continue reincarnating into deeper darkness, in more pain, until their soul is lost and killed. Okay, this is an important point, because Armageddon will happen. You know, it's not going to happen in our lifetime, but it will happen, and the souls will, let's say, go to sleep. Okay, when that happens. But if you have worked and connected with your soul, you will totally be above the Armageddon in all the different physical cosmos. The personalities that choose life, that choose light, that choose soul, will multiply their spiritual joy by working on themselves, by their actions, their deeds. These personalities will bring joy in the material world and help the darkness recede and bring a new creative society. This is so important for the individual to escape the pain of the disasters that are coming, the climatic disasters that are coming. And they are coming very soon, okay? And many people will have problems with the consequences of the climatic change. So it is very important now to start having that soul connection, because there is a protection that the soul can give you as well. You just need to start with the knowledge, okay, and the desire to put this knowledge into action. I'm convinced yet again how important it is for us to have personal spiritual experience and knowledge, and treat our spiritual development with full responsibility. In simple terms, our personality chooses between the ego's selfishness and the soul's selflessness. See the image that I will put right now on the video. Looking at the image, you can see yourself as the personality and thoughts coming at you from all directions. And you see on the right hand side the soul and all the soul attributes. On the left column under ego, you get all the materialistic ego attributes, which basically on the left hand side, you're only thinking and taking action for yourself, okay, for self-gain in some form or other. And on the soul side, you are taking actions that are selfless. Yes, you still look after yourself and you still do things spiritual for yourself and training, but they're not negative. They're not the attachment to the material world. So, in conclusion, life on earth is the most fantastic opportunity we have. The chance to make this time our greatest adventure, allow our dreams to come true, to develop and control our great personal story to life, here and hereafter, to infinity. All we need is the knowledge of the how, which Alatra offers us. Knowing how everything works in and around us is what the International Public Movement of Alatra teaches, and we need to understand and action it on ourselves. Understand it, and you will understand and be able to action how to make your life one of uncontrollable freedom, health, joy, including after death. We also have the choice of conditional enslavement, pain, misery, ill health, and short-lived happiness. We choose. We choose. When a baby is born, a new personality is formed in a new body. The personality is whoever we perceive ourselves to be during our lifetime. That is who we are. The one who makes the choice between spiritual and animal nature, who analyzes, draws conclusions, and accumulates sensory and emotional baggage, is the animal nature. Okay. If a person develops spiritually during his life to such an extent that his personality merges with the soul, then a new, mature, healthy being is formed. It is different from the original human being, and it leaves on a journey for the spiritual world while still on earth. This is in fact what is called liberation of the soul from the captivity of the material world, passing on to the heavenly realm. Your soul is held in bondage. I remember reading that when I studied the Bible. Okay, bondage. Free yourself from bondage, and it was spoken about by Jesus Christ as well, about free yourself from bondage. Then all things will be added to you. So this is not new. It's just a new presentation, a reminder, make you knowledgeable and aware of what really needs to happen when you are born into a body. If you don't take the spiritual action in the course of your life, such a merging with your soul does not happen. Then after death of the physical body and the destruction of the energy structure around your body in other dimensions as well, and in this dimension that you just can't see, this intelligent personality, together with the soul, goes to a rebirth place, a state of transition. If you're doing a journey across a country and you've got to change stations, you catch a train to a particular station, and then you wait for the next train that's going in another direction, and you jump on that train. The same happens here. You wait in a rebirth station, a state of transition, waiting for reincarnation to happen. And it won't be better than this life, okay? Because you chose the physical attachments and life and love of the physical. So you will find yourself in more pain, in more disease environment. Do all that life over again, carrying all its baggage? Is that what you want to do? I don't. Let's choose now. It's easy. You don't have to jump off the journey, okay? You just have to spend time every day doing the spiritual things, helping other people, okay? With no gain for yourself, okay? Doing meditation, connecting with your spiritual self. So I leave you with that. I hope that you find your soul.